Choppa. I think that's what really like fucked up his career, and that's the fact that he doesn't really know when to let go his styles too much. And it's like a weird combination of two things, and it's just like he can never really stick to one style, and also it's like he can't have it to where like his time has passed. And like a guy I want to kind of compare him to is like Little Tecca and Young Nudie, because Little Tecca, his sound kind of progressed naturally, and he didn't really chase any gimmicks, and you see where he is. And Young Nudie, his sound hasn't really changed or nothing. He kind of just does the same shit, but he's like a really respected figure in rap. But on the other hand, NLE Choppa is now seen as corny, and I'm kind of going to explain why. Now, I'm not going to give you a damn backstory to NLE Choppa. You know the backstory. You've heard it. You've seen it. But what I am going to talk about, though, is the song that kind of like started off this whole style. And what I think of NLE Choppa as is the young, you know what I'm saying, street dude, and that was Shada Flow. And another song from this era that I think about is I Don't Need No Help. And you a real nigga if you know about that song. That song was the one off 2K20 when they had to bleep every fucking word. Shit was amazing. But that kind of is what I think about NLE Choppa. Those two kind of sounds where he's just kind of, you know what I'm saying, Memphis street dude, you know what I'm saying, rapping over trap beats. That's what I think about. And, you know what I'm kind of slowly see, if you look at his discography, you know what I'm saying, Shada Flow 2, and then he had the Shada Flow remix with Blueface, and all that shit was fire, right? He had songs with Lil Loaded, rest in peace, you know what I mean? And, you know, he was kind of doing this for around 2 years, but then he kind of sensed that his numbers were going down or something, and it decided to push this new peaceful wave. Now, he was 17, 18 when he blew up, and I'm 17 right now, and when I was 16, bro, like on some real shit, I had a whole like fucking metamorphosis shit, and I was like losing weight, eating healthier, trying to push more of a positive image. So I can totally think that NLE Choppa in his mind, he genuinely thought this for a moment, but I don't think he thought this permanently. Because, you know, when you're young, you know what I'm saying, you make choices and decisions, and you do actions, but sometimes, you know what I mean, it's not like what your permanent mindset is. And I don't think that was his permanent mindset when he went to like that peaceful shit. And it was crazy, bro. Like, he was fucking promoting like how to eat healthier, bro.
So this morning we got vegan patties, and then so we got our organic bread too. You see, everything organic.
Cooking with Choppa.
Plant-based. We got plant-based sausages. It's crazy. It's kind of scary. You won't even tell the difference from the meat that y'all be eating and the plant-based meat, right?
Oh, and he was like trying to like tell people how to get out of a bad environment. That was a good time for NLE Choppa, and if he just stick to that, bro. I saw my boy Tento Zant. Well, he's not my boy, but a guy I watched. He talked about how if NLE Choppa, even if he stick to it, even though the numbers were low, he could have started off a whole new wave of just people being positive rappers. Because that's one thing that we need in the rap game is people who are kind of positive. Got in jail. He said he got set up, but as soon as he got out of jail, he drops the Beatbox remix. And I think this is when I started to realize, like, personally that, all right, this guy not has problems, but there's like, you know what I mean? Like, there's something like wrong with you. I don't even want to say wrong, but this is when I realized that, like, all right, this guy, he isn't as good as like I thought he was. Now, I will give him grace because what's it called? He was hella young, and you know, maybe he thought, you feel me? All right, I don't feel like this anymore. That's cool, right? But this is where it starts to get to where he just starts switching up crazy and just like he does a bunch of shit just to grab the moment. When Jersey Club became popular, like Too Rare and all them, you know what I'm saying, did all that shit, bro, he was linking with them and he was making, like, he was doing that trend. Now, why he did this, bro? No idea, bro. Now, at the time, it might have seemed like a successful move, but I think that moment right there, that shit, I think that killed his career, and that, not killed his career because he's still famous, but killed the authenticity that I think he had. And to where NLE Choppa wasn't just NLE Choppa anymore, he was, like, not a real person anymore, like, just full-on, like, actually, like, rap, like a, almost like a source of entertainment, bro. Like, I remember he was, like, popular on TikTok at that time. Like, he was doing a bunch of shit, right? And he did the Jersey Club wave like I already talked about. And I think that really did, like, hurt him because it showed him it gave him like a bad positive reinforcement that he needed to switch his sound like every single time, when in fact he didn't need to do that. If he just stayed solid with one sound, he would have been super more respected. But then he goes to this like weird freaky type of fucking, you know what I'm saying, music. And if you could
want to pay one of them professional cuddlers to cuddle with me, well, I'm scared I might fuck them.
Okay.
Fart around you. I love for you to fart around me. I'm gonna fart. I put my damn nose right there and wait for you to fart. Like I'm really there with it. But I've never heard.
tell that this shit was just for like streams and shit and all that. Bro, you're crazy. Like I remember all this shit. He was doing like a whole bunch of weird crazy shit, bro. Like he's not in it for like the actual rap game, or not even that. It just, he switched it up. Song got a lot of streams, got the bad positive reinforcement, got the dopamine hit, and thinking, all right, you know what, I'm gonna keep doing this. Like, you know what I'm saying, why would I not keep doing this? I'm gonna keep switching my sound, you know what I'm saying, whenever like things get bad, I'm gonna just switch my sound. Fuck it, why not? And then he goes on with this freaky stuff for a while, you know what I'm saying, like keeps this going. He did this shit for a longer time than I thought. And then he drops an album called no, that's not the album name, but he dropped the album with that one song with Big X the Plug, and that's back to kind of his like street trap sound. But bro, that album sound to me was kind of outdated. Like, I don't like, just from the most popular song, because I didn't listen to that album when it came out, I just know that it was just like some outdated trap music, bro. And that, he kind of went back to that. He was like, oh, old NLE. And then I don't know why he did this, but I think he was trying to like, I don't know what he was doing, but it was like he went bald. If I can find some clips, I'll find some clips to see like why he did this. But it was for some reason he went bald. I don't know what type of fucking shit he was doing or thinking, but he went bald. And throughout these whole times, right, throughout what I'm talking about, I haven't even mentioned how much shot of flows this man made. Bro, while he was doing all this shit, this dude has made 7 shot of flows up to this point, bro. Dude, just let that series go, bro. We've had enough shot of flows. Like, Lil Tech is not doing Ransom 2, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all the guys that from his like past, like, they're done with that. Like, why are you trying to bring that shit back? Like, nobody wants that shit. And I'm not even just trying to speak for everyone. I'm just saying, like, that just kind of shows his career has no fucking direction. And then, alright, he's doing all these shot of flows, and then he has Lil Mob on one of them, whatever, right? Bro, this man drops another one of those freaky songs, and this is when I knew, no, it wasn't that. He was dissing NBA Youngboy, bro. And this is when I knew, bro, Buddy's career was fully cooked, bro. Because, like, he just does certain shit just to grab attention. And then, like, the actual songs when he was dissing Youngboy, they were so ass. And it
Oh, what? He just this young boy getting top. His face put top in the lake. I'ma clean the plate. What's up with the? What the fuck was that?
just kind of shows how, like, all these decisions and, like, these changes he made, all this change of direction shit, literally fucked up his career, bro. Like, you can't tell me that, like, all these decisions he made did not fuck up his career, bro. Though he does all this young boy shit, nobody's on his side. It's a one-sided beef. It shows how, like, no one takes him serious anymore because no one views him as a real artist. People think of NLE Choppa as a character now. And yeah, he beats with Youngboy, then he drops Shot of Flow 8 with a fake Youngboy in the music video. And I think this right here, like, he can do, you know what I'm saying? He can do a quick little popularity stunt for the NPCs, you know what I'm saying, for the casuals. You know what I'm saying? Bump the song. But I'm telling you, bro, that officially, like, any person who is actually like a real human being, that officially killed their chances of listening to his music, bro. He just, like, kept doing that sound that he was doing, bro. Look at guys like Glock 40 Spaz, bro. I'm not saying Glock 40 Spaz and NLE Choppa sound anything alike, but it's street. And I could see old NLE Choppa rapping on these Glock 40 spaz beats. And that's what I'm saying. If he just kept this sound going, he could have got some beats from We Gon' Be Okay, you know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of, you know, beats. And it's kind of like what Young Nudie did. Young Nudie was on a song with Glock 40 spaz. But what I'm saying is that, like, there's new styles, there's new street styles. If he just kept the, like, he didn't have to do the same type of street music, but if he just evolved and kind of stayed in his own lane, you feel me, he could have actually, like, stuck to one sound, bro, and just actually evolved. Like, bro, he could have been way bigger, and, like, he could have had way more success. And that's why I think it's you know, you gotta know when it's time to let certain stuff go, because, like, you know what I'm saying, that Shotta Flow series is crazy. But what the deeper meaning of that is that if this dude would have just stuck to one sound and not just go from internet trend to internet trend to internet trend, just trying to chase like the quickest buck, bro, he could have still been taken seriously as a rapper, just like how Lil Tecca is. And, like, if Lil Mosey, I don't know if Lil Mosey would, but I draw more of a confusion to Lil Tecca, because, like, and actually Lil Mosey's music, he's actually evolving, so I'm not even gonna hate on him. But I'm just saying with Choppa, bro, there's, like, I don't know, it's just something about him just switching styles and not just sticking to his own style. I think that really, like, killed his career, bro. And I think him doing all that shit for a quick buck was the downfall of NLE Choppa. Like, and now he's not even getting taken seriously, bro. That's it for this video, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to talk about this because this has actually been on my mind. Because I think this, you could draw a comparison to this with, like, YouTubers. Like, the YouTubers who are always trying to chase more trends and, like, do more shit and do, like, more of the outrageous shit. They're always the ones that get hated on more. But then, like, someone like Flight, who just kind of stays in his own lane, you know what I'm saying, it still evolves his content, but, you know what I'm saying, stays in his own lane, they kind of get to that's it for this video, you know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe. Bye bye, catch you on the next one.